what's up, witches? It's Luna, the Zen Witch, here with a reading of the full moon chart for Saturday, February 27th, 2021. This happens at 3:17 a.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. Please adjust that for your time zone. So first of all, we've got the Sun-Moon opposition and the Virgo-Pisces polarity. The Virgo-Pisces polarity is about external process versus internal state. Virgo deals with the external process and actually what that process does for our internal state. So Virgos tend to be very fussy because having things in order externally helps them be in order internally. And the polarity of that is the Pisces thing, where we're not concerned with details at all. Virgo is very concerned with details and the step-by-step process. Pisces is all about the vibe, just the general vibe. But this polarity, overall, there is a theme of service and sacrifice. Virgo is about service, what we do to help our fellow human beings, how we serve them. Pisces is about sacrifice. So we need to kind of come to terms with the service that we give and how willing we are to give that and not expect something in return. What really stands out, first of all, in this chart is the solitary moon. If you see it sticking way up there at the top of the chart with nothing on either side of it, and particularly if we take the node out here, because that's not a planet, we see the planets here in this very tight trine. And that makes the moon really prominent, and it makes our emotional state very prominent. In Virgo, it's going to heighten feelings of anxiety and worry and just general fussiness, concerned with our own safety and security and what the details of that look like. And, versus the Sun in Pisces, which is all just about being in union and giving ourselves away to people. And so, here's the kind of push-pull here, the external details versus internal state. All right. I'm not going to acknowledge the Moon-Venus opposition that is showing here because it is wider than 2 degrees. But let's look at the other aspects. We have the moon trining Uranus. And trines give ease and flow, so it can be easy here to maybe intellectualize our emotions a little bit, to be more practical about them, because Uranus sitting in Taurus, an earth sign. Actually, the trine is sitting in earth, so we can be a little more practical and maybe take a step outside of our emotions and look at the process that they're calling up, and look at how we can update and innovate that process. So there's one way you can use it in spell work, is just looking at really practical ways to update things so that we feel more secure, so that we feel better and our internal state is more relaxed because we're organized on the outside. Also, though, trines don't necessarily mean good. They just mean easy. So it can also be very easy for our emotions to surprise us and catch us unaware. Remember that Uranus has an energy that is sudden and unexpected and disruptive. So we might find ourselves kind of getting hit out of the blue with some feelings about some things. Again, it's in an earth sign. It calms it down a little bit, but it also means that we can then say, okay, what do I do with this on a practical basis? Let's go to the Pluto-Mars trine here, also in earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus. This gives us the ability to transform things absolutely. We've got Mars, the motivator, Pluto, the transformer, in trine to each other, making it very easy to look at things in a practical way and make big, sweeping, top-to-bottom changes. So think about this in terms of spell work already. We can look at how we can reorganize things so that we feel better and we can really transform and take it to that next level of transformation. We also have a Mercury node trine, Mercury North Node. Remember that the North Node shows us the way forward. Mercury is going to be direct on this next full moon. Yeehaw! It goes direct on Saturday the 20th. It stations on Saturday the 20th. We usually give it about 5 days to get back up to speed before things really sort of calm down. But Mercury in Aquarius is brilliance of thought and innovative thought, forward thinking. Trining the node, it says that we can use these thoughts and be able to communicate these ideas in order to move us forward. So we have flashes of brilliance, but then it's going to be easy to say, here's the step-by-step way we need to move forward with this information. So this is a time that we can really bust the doldrums here, I think. And, remember, Mercury in Aquarius also talks about the use of technology. So, and then Gemini, as opposed to Aquarius, is more about just the raw data, just the ideas and the things that we're communicating directly. But this makes it very easy to do, to move forward with our own brilliant ideas. So add that into your spell work. Then let's look at Saturn sextiling Chiron. This gives us an opportunity to take responsibility for our own healing process, not for the wounds that we received and how we received them, because Chiron is the nature of our woundedness. This just gives us the opportunity to understand that we are responsible for healing. We are responsible for learning from our own traumas and then using that information to do our own healing to become a better, stronger person. We have Sun sextiling Uranus, so we can express, this is opportunities to express our creativity in new and innovative ways and practical ways too with that Uranus in Taurus. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got a couple of inconjuncts. We have a yod here, yod or yod. The Saturn Chiron sextile is the one end of this yod, and then the opposition or the inconjunct to the moon, to both of those, the Chiron and Saturn positions, give us the yod. This is a place where we need to make adjustments. Inconjuncts call for adjustments because, unlike oppositions where we share a mode and trines where we share an element, nothing is shared, not even, the masculine, feminine, so-called polarity of the signs. Everything is a disconnect here, but they're connected by that aspect, so we have to figure out how to adjust something. Now, the Moon-Saturn inconjunct talks about an adjustment between the worrying we're doing, how we're feeling, and the responsibility that we need to take for our own feelings. So we've got things to accomplish. Saturn in Aquarius says we're restructuring things so that they work better for us and they work better for the greater good. But then we've got the moon on the other end that's all fussy and worrying about process in our personal lives. So we need to make an adjustment between these two things. And then the moon Chiron inconjunct talks about that woundedness that we carry and our feelings about it, and how we have to make adjustments about that. The moon again saying that we need to adjust our process so that it helps us be more emotionally stable. And Chiron in Aries is about kind of just splattering your woundedness everywhere. You want everybody to know about your trauma. So we have to adjust that as well. Overall, we need to be responsible for our role in our own healing, and that role is in understanding the nature of our woundedness and then looking at what we have to do for our own healing process, and that brings in the moon in Virgo. What is that process going to look like, step by step, on a practical level? So there, you got a lot to work with for your ritual work. Excellent full moon for bringing in the big changes that you've been thinking about, the problems that have been showing themselves over this retrograde period, the things that need adjusted, the things that need reworked, renegotiated. This full moon really gives us an opportunity to launch those ideas, to culminate those ideas, and really bring in a new way of being, bring in big transformation. So please take advantage of that energy. Down at the bottom here, I didn't talk about this chart. Lots of mutable energy, which says it's very easy for us to flex and change and go with the flow here. We have an equal balance of earth and air, so equally practical and intellectual. No strong chart signature, but a lot of mutability is good because that does give us the ability to bring some things to an end and to bring in big sweeping change. Do it with a motivation, take responsibility for our own healing journey, and look at how we can accomplish that and serve humanity at the same time. All right, I hope you got something out of that. Please join me on Monday and Friday for unboxings, on Wednesday and Saturday for live streams. And pop your questions down below. Hit the like. Please share. Please subscribe. Please donate if you feel moved to. Nothing is too small. Thank you so much for being here for me. I'll see you next time. This is the Zen Witch. Blessed be.